Warning: this program contains hot takes on the NFL by two football fanatics. Thoughts and opinions do not reflect those of the network or our sponsors. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back, everybody, to a lovely Saturday evening here. A little bit different than our normal show, but we had some stuff come up. We thought, hey, we cannot miss doing this week. So
definitely.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us now and in the future. Well, let's just get started. How's your week been?
That was a good week. I took a couple hours off of work yesterday and got home and did a live stream about the fights. It was great. Drank a little beers.
What were you drinking?
Busch Light Peach.
Gross. I've had one of those.
Huh? You haven't had one of those?
No, I have.
After the first one, they're good.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I can't agree with that.
I can vouch for that.
But Yeah. Seahawks coming off a bye week. The 49ers coming off a gutsy win against the Buccaneers. Just kind of reminding everybody what happened since it's been a while. It's been 6 days, actually longer than 6 days, because it's 8 p.m. on a Saturday. So yeah, just kind of what were your thoughts on that game?
Oh, Jesus.
From last week, from what you can remember.
There is just a lot of, we can't 3 missed field goals, but then goes down in the last second to win the game with the field goal. That was pretty big. Brock Purdy threw a great fucking ball to CMC. I don't know if you saw that. You didn't see the play. So he's got a guy in his face, and at the moment where he's having to make the decision of whether to throw it, CMC is still got the defender in front of him, and he's having to do I think he was doing a slant and go, but he had a double move.
Mm-hmm.
So he hadn't even done the move yet. And Brock Purdy had to throw a beautiful ball with touch on it to time it perfectly so CMC could still get through his route that he hasn't done yet and get up underneath it, which was amazing because he had like a free rusher immediately off the line and in his face, and he was able to overcome that. So there's good things, there's bad things. Emotional because supposedly, we're supposed to, now that Christian McCaffrey's back, we should be good, and we barely snuck through the wire on those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of had a feeling was going to happen because they played the Kansas City Chiefs tougher than we played the Kansas City Chiefs.
I was going to say, the Bucs can show up at any time. They could also not show up at any time. I think they're one of those teams, but they can show any given Sunday with those guys.
That's why I couldn't, just like, oh, we got this. No, I used to not like Baker Mayfield. I thought he was like a prima donna. I have seen now that is not what he is. He's tough. A teammate. He's a dog. He's a gamer. You know what I mean? He might not be the best quarterback all time, but he definitely gives whatever team he's on a fair shot, and he's given it 100%. And I think I've seen that from him in the past 2 years, especially when he got with the Bucs. It seemed like, actually, it kind of started when he went to the Rams. It seemed like he knew what his role was. He was perfectly fine with it. He knew what his role was. He gave them. He did his job. You know what I mean? He came in there to do a job. He knew what was done, and he did it. And that's why the Bucs brought him in, and I think that's been the best thing for him ever since, because I think they actually appreciate him. I think the Browns are a piece of shit. You know what I mean? I think that has so much to do with things, is the organization. Now that I look back at it, it's like so many things out of that team that you think they're just horrible, and then all of a sudden, boom, once they get a chance somewhere else, I'm surprised he's actually pretty talented if he didn't go tits up while he was there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
yeah,
everybody else did.
His throwing shoulder was hurt his last year there. The year before, he was pretty good. He got him into the playoffs and won a game, and then he played through an injury. And when you're on a rookie contract, it's respectable, but that's one thing that's gonna make everybody question. On the stats watching the game, I mean, if your throwing shoulder's hurt and obviously you don't look as good, is it really the injury, or is he just not that very good? And is he going to recover? And I think he's done a good job. But yeah.
So yeah, that's where I was with last week. There's kind of forgot a lot about it because I've been trying to do other things like work on coding, but yeah, no.
Coding, by the way, guys, coding with a G at the end, not work on coding. That's what I heard at first. I was like, okay, a little fucked up there, are you?
Just listening to some DJ Screw.
Yeah.
Coding.
Yeah, the Hawks, they did a great job last week at not losing. We had a bye week. So that was had a pretty lax Sunday, really. I just I did some yard work around the house. I didn't watch any football last weekend except college football. I watched the Monday night game, the Rams and whoever they were playing. I think the Dolphins. But yeah, no, I just didn't watch any football Sunday. I was really busy taking a tree down across the street from my house. Like a huge tree. And so yeah, didn't get to watch any of the 49ers. I was kind of keeping track on my phone though. From the box score, from what I saw, it looked like McCaffrey had a great day through the air, but not really on the ground. That's just what the stats show. I like I said, I didn't watch it, so
nobody had a good rushing game.
Okay. Okay. So is that something that the mighty Seahawks can exploit?
Probably I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
Can we just get into the transactions a little bit, because this is the Seahawks have had some funny ones since we last talked. Let's talk about us just flat out cutting our leading tackler, starting middle linebacker, to start the bye week, where we were like, all right, we can see sucked against the run, was pretty good against the pass, but Seahawks haven't been able to stop the run, right? So one thing I like about this new kind of regime that they're doing, I realize that half of it's the same, but they've showed this year that, hey, if you're not doing your job, you're gone, right? And it wasn't that way under Pete. But Mike spotted a problem. Not saying there's going to be an upgrade at inside linebacker with him gone, but I'm saying it's going to give somebody else a shot who's going to be Tyrese Knight. So Tyrell Dodson's gone. Jerome Baker's gone. The two inside linebackers they signed in free agency are gone. Not a good look on John Schneider, but it is a good look saying, hey, this ain't working and you're out of here, right? Which I'm happy about that. Obviously traded for Ernest Jones, the Rams leading tackler from 2 years ago. And he's a pure run stuffer, right? He's not going to play the pass very well. So we'll have him and Tyrese Knight. So yeah, playing inside linebacker against you guys. Transactions also, our center retired out of the blue. That was pretty sweet. You didn't even hear about this?
I did not hear about this. Mid-season retire? The center?
Dude,
wow.
He sucked, dude. I don't know if you watched any of but before he retired, Zach and I on our Tuesday show were talking about, God, they just need to bench this guy, because he's had 3 snaps over the head in 2 weeks of Geno Smith. And then there was one play we went for it on 4th and goal against the Bills. I guess that would be 3 weeks ago now, but I'll say 2 weeks ago, just because chronologically speaking, game-wise, that makes sense. He just stepped on Geno Smith's foot as soon as the play happened. It seemed like every shotgun snap he was making, Geno Smith would have to reach back, and he got the yips as a center, and that's not usually a thing that happens, right? But he got the yips.
How many years has he been in the league?
He was an all-pro player for the Cowboys. I think this would be his 7th year. Coming back from an ACL injury last year. And boy, he was just not what we expected. So guess what? We're going to have I believe 4th round pick from last year starting Oluwatimi this year from Michigan. People have been calling for him for the past probably 5 weeks because Connor Williams has looked that bad at center. We were just out of the blue retired. I was like, boy, really didn't want to go up against the 49ers defense again, huh? Is that the reason? I don't know. So
I don't know if it would just be the 49ers.
No, I know. He's not what he used to be.
He probably
was. Realize that.
He'd probably been thinking about it for a couple of weeks and, probably getting that feeling. And then he was like, you know what? I don't want to go through this game nor the rest of them. So fuck it. I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he got some time off. Is like, man, I feel fucking really good right now. I should probably just leave it on this high note.
It was just, I literally, and I don't do this often, I literally laughed out loud when I saw the news pop up on my phone, and my wife goes, because I'd just gotten home from work, and my wife goes, what? I go, the Seahawks center retired. She's like, they can just do that in the middle of the year? And I was like, well, yeah, there's a Bills player who did it in the middle of the game, so that kind of took the cake, but that was Vernon Davis's brother who did that. You remember that? Vontae Davis retired at halftime at a Bills game. He retired.
Hey, that's some shit fucking Vernon Davis might have done if Strahan hadn't squared him up. You know what I mean?
Singletary.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? There's no correlation between
You're good. You're good.
But yeah, so he's out. He won't be playing Sunday. From sources tell me he's probably not playing. I saw on the injury list that you sent me that he was you sent me the notes. 1 second. It said questionable or out Connor Williams personal. Yeah, he personally retired.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You got some tight ends out, huh?
I think just one, right? Or is there more?
It says Noah Fant and Brady Russell both out.
See, Brady Russell hasn't really been getting as much playing time as he did the first couple games, so I don't really know if that's a major factor. I know that we're going to have Tyler Mabry, who's a guy that kind of just he got activated today to the 53-man roster. So we're going to have 3 tight ends suit up. I don't think that Mabry's a big downgrade from Brady Russell. I think that's just for when you're running the 3 tight end packages. You're going to have Farrell Brown in, and you're going to have AJ Barner, who has really stepped up. I don't know. You probably don't remember, but I was talking before the season started when it was about cut time, and I'm like, dude, I think they're going to cut Barner. He was a 3rd or 4th round pick out of Michigan. Great tight end there, and I was like, I don't see anything from him in the preseason, and he's really showed out the last few weeks, and it's been kind of nice to see that he has been.
Sometimes there's just way too much going on. They don't know so like just because you're out there to run a route doesn't mean like.
No, he was hardly out there in the preseason games. That's why
I got you, but like in practice when like the plays are coming out, sometimes like not knowing what you're doing compared to others, like you're just hearing for what your position is doing in that play essentially, and you're just working on that, and without like kind of knowing everything about it, you kind of don't know what the whole play is doing. So I feel that's what it's slowing players down because they'd have no idea. It's so much going from college to pro that it's that learning curve. So that's why I think it's so tough to really judge a rookie in like that first year unless they're just doing douchebaggery shit, not applying themselves, you know?
Yeah, well, he obviously is. He's improving. Other injuries, the injury list is actually pretty short, believe it or not, because all those players you sent me are questionable are actually off the injury report today. So they're playing. I actually have it in front of me. So obviously Connor Williams isn't just out, he's retired. Noah Fant and Brady Russell are actually the only players it looks that are going to miss the game.
Which ones?
Brady Russell and Noah Fant. So the 2 tight ends we just spoke of. DK will be back. That'll be a good matchup with him and Lenore because Lenore was kind of trolling him after last game. So that's a big thing. Like I said, or I don't know if I said this, but Seahawks fans before weren't really thinking, or Seahawks fans going into this week aren't really thinking, hey, we're going to win this game, but anything can help, right? Anything can help from what we've seen the last couple weeks. I think Kyle's trolling you. Is Ayuk going to play? He also said, sup, bitches. And what's up? Long time no see.
What up, Kyle?
Dave McNair, what's up, Joe? Oh, no love to Ryan, I see. What the fuck, David? I'm just kidding. How's it going? But yeah, so injuries are looking pretty good. Like I said, other than those 2.5 guys, basically, that are out, everybody's coming in. How about the Santa Clara team?
It's the San Francisco 49ers, sir. Looks like Kevin Givens is out with his groin. Travarius Ward, I don't know if you heard.
Passed away.
Yeah.
Awesome prayers to him. I just heard about that on Friday when they had somebody from the 49ers come on the local radio. You know, they were doing a kind of a crosstalk or whatever. And
behind enemy lines.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about that.
I didn't know that he was having I didn't know there was an issue with his daughter until she passed. And I could tell like his gameplay was kind of lacking leading up to that, but I had no idea. I thought he was like, sometimes people just fall off or this or that, but his head was somewhere else. And I can't blame the man. I don't care how much you get paid. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to put your child's life out of your head, no matter how much you're getting paid. So
yeah, thoughts out to him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's what he's got to do. Mitch, this is not a good one. Mitch Wisnowski's out. He's been placed on IR with a back injury.
Good.
We elevated Pat O'Dowell from the practice squad. Essentially, he's the punter who's going to be taking Mitch Wisnowski's spot. Right now, questionable right now, Trent Williams, which is scary. I feel that we might get a late night tweet from like Shefty or Ian Rappaport to say whether he's going to play or not. That's kind of what I've noticed is in the evenings on Saturday, they just start dumping all the last minute news for the game. So I would check there. It says questionable John Feliciano. He's still hasn't come back yet. So they're just, I don't.
How about the punter? He's out with a back injury.
Yeah, but he's been placed on IR.
Do you think Deebo Samuel maybe hit him with a 2x4 on his spine or something? Is that? I heard
not
he's
the place
special
kicker or the
teams.
long snapper. This is Mitch Wisnowski.
He's a
which is the
holder though,
punter.
right? Maybe Deebo had enough of his shit. He was like, "Hey,
was it you, motherfucker?"
yeah,
Was it
exactly."
you?
Grabs a baseball bat, maybe hit him in the spine.
Bro.
Kyle asks, who is kicking for the Niners? Is it Jake Moody again?
Yes, Moody. Yes, Kyle.
Okay.
He's probably salivating right now. But we do have some other things. You're probably going to see Tashawn Gibson, they was signed to the practice squad earlier this week and has been elevated. He's probably going to take Jair Brown's spot, I think, because Mustafa has been playing pretty well. I don't know, but you're going to see him there. But it depends. They're probably shuffling him around, bringing in an extra safety. Because with Javarius Ward out. They elevated Nick McLeod. And activated from IR is Yetur Gross-Matos. Which
no idea who that is.
That's one of our defensive linemen who he's consistent. When he's in the game and he's available to play, he's been consistent, and that's something you don't want to see from us. You know what I mean? So we'll see if he's 100% or if he's still kind of, got something lingering. If you hear his name called tomorrow, you know what I mean?
My favorite play by Mustafa was Patrick Mahomes running over him. That was my favorite play from that guy.
Yeah. It's funny. Normally that doesn't happen. He's normally smacking other people. He's kind of like the Dre Greenlaw of our secondary. Yeah. And I'm 100% sure he wants that rep back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 100% sure he wants it. And he didn't. I'm guessing he just didn't hit him high enough, or maybe he needed to go lower or low enough. Yeah. So, and that's something you remember the hit that Greenlaw put on the tight end right on the goal line to stop him from scoring a touchdown in the last.
Hollister.
Yeah, Hollister. So the week before that, the coach Dre Greenlaw gave up that touchdown or that first down. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a first down or a touchdown. Mm-hmm. I think it was, anyway. But the coach was like, "Hey, you hit him too low. You got to hit him higher. That's going to stop him from going forward." And so then the very next week, he learned from his mistake. So we'll see. I'm sure if he ever gets a chance to be on one-on-one with Mahomes again, I'm sure he's going to do something a little different. He's a rookie too. He comes downhill like he don't give a shit. He's also got good vision too. So
let's get to this comment. I saw Deebo almost running from Pepper and then with a bunch of pussy emojis. This is me as an outsider looking in. That Pepper would have got the absolute shit kicked out of him.
I feel so too.
If Deebo would have actually been like, "Hey, I am going to fight you," he would have fucked that long snapper up so bad.
I have a feeling too. And yeah, I think he was kind of running away because he realized he didn't want to get into anything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what it looked like. I mean, it didn't trust me.
Man, why am I even fucking with you anyways? You know what I mean? Like, it kind of seemed like that. And I don't know. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Pepper's got the height advantage. He's got a couple pounds. Not always.
In this certain scenario, I think Deebo Samuel would have fucked that guy up.
As far as fighting skills, I think Deebo's got it. Tabor Pepper likes a lot of Pokemon cards. I don't see him as much of a.
We'll get to it. Yeah. We'll get to your tweet of the week that you sent out on Tuesday.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, really, let's just kind of do a quick preview of the game. How do you think the 49ers win or lose this game? And and then we can get to the tweets of the week and then do our scores from every game. Or our picks from every game.
Okay. So, breakdown of what I think is going to happen this week as far as the Niners. So this game, I see us trying to establish our running identity with Christian McCaffrey.
That'd be a good team to do it against.
Yeah. And I feel somebody published an article or something like that, or somebody, I think it was Grant Cohn tweeting. I know you guys love him, but he was saying about somebody using 2 running backs in the backfield, and that 49ers should do this with CMC and Jordan Mason. Yeah.
Jordan Mason.
And I personally think, yeah, we should be doing that. Not saying it's going to happen, but I think it would be a great game to do it against, because your run defense would be a great one to kind of get the feel, get everybody kind of used to it before they're kind of expected to really hold a standard. Not talking too much shit, but I think out of some of the games coming up, this would probably be a good one to start something like that. But I think it's running the ball, passing to the sidelines to open up the middle. That's usually how we try and win games. It's almost the same thing every time. The only difference is going to be who's going to be the highlighted player of the game. There's usually, obviously, the running back like Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get his touches both in the run game and in the passing game. But who is the other person? Is it going to be Kittle? Is it going to be Debo? Is it going to be Juwan Jennings? Who is going to be that guy? And that's what I don't know, because it's always, a flop. So I don't know. Kittle had a good game last game. Maybe it's Debo this game. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because about the second half, but after the first 2 quarters, you kind of understand who's the main guy of the game. You know what I mean? Who got all the good plays that Kyle schemed open to feature.
Yeah. I think one thing that's good about this week for the Seahawks is you have that extra week to prepare. Last time we were coming off a short week against you guys, not like it made any difference, but coming off a short week, last time got a whole week to prepare. Another thing that I really like is the fact that Geno had a bad game this week. And usually when Geno has bad games last week, he comes out and balls out pretty well the next week. We were talking about this. Geno's an average quarterback in the NFL. He is just about average. But the difference with Geno and most average quarterbacks is in a scale through 1 through 10, you can get games that are a 2 or a 3 from Geno Smith, which is last game, what you saw with 3 interceptions. But then you get the games against Detroit this year, against Atlanta this year, against the Saints last year, where it's a 9. I mean, to where you're like, he looks like a top-tier quarterback in the NFL. It just depends on what Geno Smith shows up. It depends on what protection he gets, because he's not getting protected at all. That's another big thing. Our offensive line sucks, and it's sucked since 2006. So
we can't score in the red zone.
Neither can we, based off of last game. Based off of last game, that was a weakness. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, dumb play calls where I think Mike McDonald's trying to meddle into the offense a little bit. So did Zach. We should have kicked the field goal in fucking overtime and played defense.
Have you guys started running the ball more since your offensive coordinator said he was going to run the ball more and then didn't the next game?
No, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
He has been. K9's been getting a hefty workload, which is good.
It seems like it seems Twitter thought that the fans had concerns about his performance consistency, especially against a potent 49ers defense.
Who, Geno or Kenneth?
Kenneth Walker.
I think it's all fuck. You can have Barry Sanders back there, but if he's playing behind the worst offensive line in the NFL, you know what I mean?
Fair.
I mean,
that's why when you were talking about Geno's interceptions earlier, I did not watch the game intently. I think I saw your last game on Red Zone a lot, so I didn't know if like.
Oh yeah, you saw it on Red Zone a lot, but there was no point scored in the Red Zone.
So I just saw, like, I don't know if the turnovers were caused, the interceptions were because of maybe shoddy pass protection.
I'll tell you what, the last one, you can blame two of them, but the one that was a pick six, we lost. We went into overtime 20-20. That was the score, right? He threw a 103-yard pick six. So the defense only gave up 13 points that game, which is pretty good. Pretty damn good. You don't expect to lose when the defense is giving
especially
up
13 points. That's only 2 touchdowns your offense needs to do to overcome and win the game there.
Yeah, so our offense gave up 7 points. Our defense gave up 13. That pick six they threw, obviously it was in the red zone, right? 103-yard return.
Getting touchdowns.
Well, not even that. That's a 10-point swing if that play. Say he just takes the sack. I don't remember if it was on first, second, or third down, but say he takes a sack, right, and you bring the field goal unit out there. That 20-20 score turns into 23-13, right? Not saying that's how the game works, because there's the flow of the game happens different, right? But not shooting ourselves in the foot, and that interception was on him. He was being pressured, but that interception was on him. He had to either take a sack that play or not throw it directly to the Rams defender. But hey, that was 2 weeks ago. Done harping on it. Defense, one thing we need to do is obviously stop the run, which we haven't been able to do this year. You guys had a third string undrafted running back? Undrafted?
Which one? What's his name? Which one are you talking about?
The one that rushed all over us last game.
Oh, fucking Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking undrafted. Yeah, we don't. Okay. The only guy, Grendo, is the only guy we drafted.
So third string undrafted running back rushed for about 200 yards against us, which is fucking unacceptable, right? I mean, I get you're going to say he's good, but it's not just him who's doing it. It's everybody. It's every running back that lines up against the Seahawks. So hopefully the second level can kind of take care of itself. One stat that I really like that I want to say going into this game. So Mike McDonald, if you break down his 2 years at the Ravens as defensive coordinator, they were, I believe, 20th and 18th in the NFL in total defense the first half of the season. The second half, they've been first and first the second half of the season. So maybe he, like we talked about the whole time, the defense is complicated. It's not like Pete Carroll, hey, cover 3, line up, do your job, beat us. He's going to disguise things, which we talked about. And maybe it's just going to take a little bit for the players to get it.
He's also dealing with players that he didn't draft. So
or didn't have say in drafting.
Right. So he's not saying, oh, that guy has played in complex defenses in college. He would be great because he's more plug and play in our system. You know what I mean? So he's kind of dealing with the remnants of so got to give him some slack here. Like, I don't hold anything this year against him, but by next year with the new players drafted, you should start seeing a change. You know what I mean?
Well, no, and it's underperformers too.
Well, yeah.
Trey Brown. Trey Brown is one that we really thought looked good in the preseason, looked good last season, looked good 2 seasons ago at cornerback. And then I don't know what his deal is, to be completely honest. I haven't noticed. We're on our third string strong safety, and Kobe Bryant. He's really stepped up. But, yeah, for the Seahawks to have a chance at winning this game, they have to do what we just saw Nebraska, Wisconsin do against Oregon, 20 minutes ago. They may have lost by 3, but they controlled the line of scrimmage, right, against a better football team. And that's what the Seahawks are going to have to do. They're going to have to try to control the line of scrimmage. That's the only chance they have at winning this game.
This game also could come down to just special teams. You've had issues with your special teams in the past, and
last week.
We've had issues with our special teams. So this could all come down to a special teams play that got blown up by either team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if we have bad line play, I don't see it coming down to that.
Well, on your end, I'm just saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we can keep it close, we have to. That means we have to keep up with you guys in the trenches. And I know it's cliche. That's what everybody says, but it's true.
Well, it's not. It's cliche if you're talking about two teams with great offensive lines and defenses, because obviously. But you've had issues, and I've had issues. We've got Trent Williams who might not be playing tomorrow. You know what I mean? So there's things. Yeah, right. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I'm not going to hold that against you.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get into these tweets. This is kind of my favorite segment of the week, anyways. Get kind of antsy to get to it. Keep in mind, guys, these are all from Tuesday. Or these were supposed to be on Wednesday's show. So some of them may seem dated, some of them may not. Let's find out. I thought this was impressive. You sent this in. 49ers players ranked top 10 by their position by PFF. Fred Warner, George Kittle.
Well,
so Kyle Juszczyk might also be last in his position, according to PFF. But Bernardo Green, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Jawan Jennings, Brock Purdy, and Dominic Pooney, the guard that everybody was kind of clamoring about going into the season. So he's kind of showing that he's not just a preseason hero.
Bernardo Green is also one of our rookies.
Okay. What position does he even play, to be honest?
Cornerback, nickel. I don't know if it's he plays both. I don't know if they're just using him outside right now, because they like to use Demo inside. It's all, I don't know, but he plays nickel and cornerback. They kind of like to switch things up.
That's what Witherspoon does. Us. But yeah, no, look at that. I mean, that's all top 10 players right there at their position on one roster. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And 2 of them are rookies. Dominic Pooney hasn't given up a sack all year long.
Yeah, just wait.
Okay. I've been waiting all year. He went up against Chris Jones, motherfucker.
Yeah, Chris Jones old, overpaid. I'm just kidding.
He got the Chiefs a Super Bowl win last year. Undoubtedly got the Chiefs a Super Bowl win by fucking us over on 3rd, 4th down.
That was pretty sweet. I was so excited. Anyways, yeah, that's impressive. I see. Now I thought this was interesting. This is kind of 2 tweets here. And you know me, I'm a Huskies fan, I'm a Seahawks fan. This was the reason I said, that these are on Wednesday and not today, because look at that, 74% approval rate on Mike McDonald, right? Now take a look at this. Jed Fish with the Huskies, 60% approval rate. They both have the same record. They both have a whole new staff. And I just think it's crazy how much more leniency the fans give the Seahawks than the Huskies, which is a little crazy because
it is.
To be completely honest with you, I approve with what both of them are doing. And the Huskies coach, Jed Fish, he's made some dumbass calls this year, so I think that's part of it. Like, running an option to the short side of the field on 4th and goal in the Apple Cup and obviously a game we should have won. But the two similarities the teams have are they're both very undisciplined, very both penalized teams. And it's just, they're missing something. They're lacking something. I just thought it was crazy, the difference between the two, because personally, I think Mike McDonald walked into a lot easier job than Jed Fish did. Because at least Mike McDonald basically kept a great roster. Jed Fish kind of had to start over in Washington.
Well, that's kind of every year now in college football for the most part. Everybody's trying to shop their goods everywhere else. So
it's free agency in college now, but it's not controlled free agency. It's like the fucking Wild West, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking crazy. But also, you're talking about an NFL team, a pro team. A pro team should be more professional, right? So they should kind of have a little more scrutiny because they are at the top of the echelon, right?
Well, think about how crazy this is, right? Now I heard this on the radio, so I'm ripping somebody off, but freaking
you shouldn't have snitched on yourself.
Yeah. John Mateer, the Wazoo quarterback, right? There's talks of him. Other teams are offering him $2 million to come play for them next season. Just imagine if somebody said, oh, hey, a team offered Brock Purdy $50 million to play for them next season. Just think, what the fuck? No, that's not going to play. That's tampering. You're legally not allowed to do that. Yeah. College is the Wild West. They're going to get it under control eventually, but it is not under control now. It's got to become more structured.
I don't think it should be contracts and stuff kind of like the pros. I just think they should be getting paid. Mm-hmm. And I think they should be able to get deals. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't think the school should be, I don't know.
That's where it went too far. Because it is what you said is what it should be, right?
Yeah.
But now it's just straight up teams paying players to fucking play for them.
Like they also get a good salary that keeps their bellies full and they can, do something with afterwards. You know what I mean?
What name, image, and likeness was supposed to be was, hey, you can take money from a car dealership. They can give you a free car if you do ads for them, if you do autograph signs for them. But it's not that anymore. No. It's just money, cash from boosters, cash from it does make it kind of fun. It makes it kind of a year-round spectacle, just like the NFL, right? Because it wasn't before, right? Basically, there was, one or two players that transferred every year. They have to sit out for a year. It rarely ever happened. But now it's like you have 4 free agency periods in college football, and it's kind of like, oh, shit.
This shit is going to go nuclear. And if they don't put the brakes on it, it's going to be out of control within 5 years, I think.
It already is out of control.
No, I mean like totally out of control. Like fucking just obscene gobs of money where kids are like not wanting to go into the NFL.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the other one. And this is where your Pokemon reference really came in. I didn't know this was Pokemon when you sent it to me.
I think it's Pokemon. Pretty sure.
Now I do. It's definitely a cartoon.
Yeah, it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is Tabor Pepper's latest IG story. Says we're on to Seattle, left the beef in Tampa, and the focus is on winning the divisional game.
Do you know who Chris Stoll is?
Chris Stoll, no.
He's a guy that shouldn't be beefing with DK Metcalf.
Oh.
He is the Seahawks long snapper, and if he posted some shit like this on Instagram, I'd be like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm not on the side of the fucking long snapper. I'm sorry.
I just thought it was funny. I just didn't like the fact that Debo's like reaching out and fucking going to throw hand. You know what I mean? I don't like that. You want to talk your shit? Cool. I'm cool with that. You're a team captain, do that. I just don't like when teammates put hands on each other.
I have never seen, and keep in mind, it's not like this happens often, I have never seen a group of fans really gravitate towards the long snapper than the star wide receiver when they're beefing. I thought when I first kind of started seeing everything and I see it on Twitter, I'm like, what the fuck is up with these people? I mean, I get that Nick Bosa plays, so I could see why Nick Bosa would take the long snapper side. But the fans too, I don't know.
I'm not, how to put this. I just don't like teammates getting on teammates. And it's okay to, like, Debo's telling them to lock in. And I think Tabor was a little butthurt and sensitive about things. That's when he, said some fucking shit. I don't know what he said. But I don't think at that point Debo should be reaching out and touching people. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be like, hey, bro, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. I'm not tripping. Homie over here, Hopeful American. He is really mad at Debo. And
can I call out Hopeful American?
Well, he's saying he should have been cut or traded last offseason, but it would have been a hit to us. So no, we shouldn't have done that at all. First thing,
I think
it's a net negative all around.
Let's just put it this way. I think Hopeful American was very excited when he saw Nick Bosa do his sack dance last week.
Oh.
And we're going to leave it right there.
I didn't even know that was a thing until today. I seen other people talking about it. I was like, wait, what? A dance? I got to see this dance. And I was like, okay, man.
So anyways, I believe Hopeful American was a big fan of Nick Bosa's sack dance last week.
I'm pretty sure. I really thought the dance was uneventful. Like, it didn't stir feelings anyway. Like, oh, that's a cool dance, or how dare he? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, man, people need to chill the fuck out. People need to chill the fuck out.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck. I just kind of like to make fun of it. So,
bro, I'm telling you, I feel you. Love you.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Hopeful American. Salute to you. I thought this was.
Man sitting at home fucking probably yelling at his TV dinner about how he fucking should have cut or traded Debo.
Yeah. Just wait till DK plays for the Seahawks. I don't know if you saw well, we'll get into that in a sec. DK Metcalf, on the day he returns to Seahawks practice in order to play on Sunday versus the 49ers, talks about being out and what he learned to be a good teammate and supporting his guys on the sideline. Quite the opposite of Deebo Samuel, actually. I just realized that. I did not mean to throw that in to do a fucking 180 on you.
We're good. It worked out great.
But yeah, no, I was hoping, just to kind of show that hopefully he is maturing. We say this every year, as Kyle states, usually if he's still watching, that we hear this from DK every year. Oh, he's matured. Oh, he's so much better. And then he punches a guy in the face. But let's see. Let's get to our picks. I don't want to spend too much time on that.
Wait, you don't got Mike Tyson?
I couldn't get anything to save on my computer, like I said.
That was a great one.
I wasn't going to post that anyways.
That was great.
Yeah, no.
For all people listening, it was a picture of Mike Tyson from last night where his posterior was exposed and his cheeks were both images of Geno Smith.
Dude, I thought that was so funny last night. Fucking
I was live streaming. I'm like, I just saw Mike Tyson's ass. I was like, what?
60-year-old's ass.
The moment I saw his ass, I was like, is this a fake fight? I said, like, are they trying to drop clues so they can't be like, hey, we try to give people clues. You know what I mean? We try to let everybody know that we gave them clues.
What was weird? Somehow this is breaking news. This is what this is breaking news somehow. In 2019, Seattle planned to draft both Deebo Samuel and DK Metcalf before Raiders backed out of a potential trade. Don't really know how that's breaking news because, hey, that's something that could have happened. But Schefter reported it, so
Just
I
now?
thought that was pretty wild. Let's get to our picks. Do you have your sheet?
I don't have a fucking sheet. I always got my
Mine.
sheet.
1 sec. 1 sec. All right.
Oh wait, hold on. Is this for week 11?
Yeah.
Are we doing? Okay, so we're not counting Thursday night then.
No.
No.
We sure aren't. I got Green Bay at
I got
Chicago.
Green Bay.
Oh no, I don't.
What?
Sorry. I was
Chicago?
saying. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like they just fired their offensive coordinator, who was clueless on why he was hired. To be fair, he was the Seahawks offensive coordinator over the past 3 years. I don't know what they were thinking, but let's see how they look without him. I got Detroit over Jacksonville, also at home.
Yeah, me too.
How about Minnesota and Tennessee? Who do you have?
I got Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, me too, actually. Las Vegas at Miami. I think Miami is the easy play here. I mean, unless you disagree.
No, that's who I got. Miami.
Yep. Rams. I'm taking the Rams over New England. They looked pretty bad on Monday, but I don't know. I think New England is pretty bad. Even though they just beat somebody, I don't remember. But all right, this is where it starts to get interesting a little bit, guys. Cleveland at Nolans. Who do you got?
This is what I'm stuck on. I want to go. I'm going to go Cleveland.
Okay, I'll take New Orleans just because they're at home. Whenever there's a 50-50, I usually like to take the home team.
Yeah, makes sense.
Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
I want to go Baltimore. But
I'm going Baltimore. I can't take fucking Mr. Unlimited.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. This is another one. This next one.
Atlanta, Denver. It really depends which Kirk Cousins show up. And Denver's defense is actually pretty good, but I will go with Atlanta.
I'm gonna go Denver. Sweet. I feel like they got one coming, and it's gonna be against an all right team.
Fuck, their record ain't bad. I don't think. I think they're like
who?
5-4. Denver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one is a pretty easy pick for me. I'm taking Kansas City over Buffalo.
Okay.
I think Kansas City kind of owns Buffalo. Oh no, Buffalo's good though. What do you think?
I'm going Kansas City.
Okay.
I'm not going to bet against them at all this year.
Taking Cincinnati over the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
Nah, I'm not. I know Cincinnati's defense is kind of fucked, but Joe Burrow looked good. At least the last game I watched from him. I think that was a Thursday night game. I think that was the last time they played against the Ravens. Yeah, it was Thursday night. Indianapolis and the Jets. Who you got?
I don't know.
I'm taking the Jets. Fuck them. The fact that Indianapolis does not know what they're doing with their quarterback situation really bugs me. Who you got?
I don't know. I'm going to take Indianapolis. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's kind of when I'm kind of also another thing. I like to disagree with you.
Yeah.
Let's check our comments really quick here. Okay, so yeah, the Broncos are 5-5.
And the Falcons are 6-4.
Yeah, no, but I looked at donkeys and thought Dolphins. Yeah, they just if you just look at them, you're like, oh, that team is like 3-7.
Their defense has been playing lights out, and their quarterback is almost able to put together drives. So
Yeah,
they're
fuck Oregon. I didn't realize we had a fucking Texas game this week.
We'd have a Texas game, yeah.
I'm taking Houston.
I'm motherfucking taking Houston too.
All right, and now for
Because
the
Dak
game.
says we fucking suck.
Game of the week. Also, McNiner, these are going to you. So I am filling them out on my phone right now.
Game of the week is the 49ers versus Seattle.
Yeah.
No, it's probably Kansas City versus Baltimore. It sucks that
No,
the night game actually.
I'm saying our game of the week. We haven't made a pick on one of them.
Huh?
I left it last.
Our game of the week? What do you mean?
We still haven't picked one. The Seahawks and 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Because you 49ers win. We know this. We know this.
Oh, dude, this one's an easy.
You couldn't even win at home.
Gotta take Seahawks.
Did
We lost 6 in a row.
The trade drive on?
Lost 6 in a row. All streaks must come to an end. There we go. And McNiner.
Did you hear we picked up 2 weeks ago?
No.
Oh, defensive tackle Kalia Davis from the Texans.
Why is he a free agent?
He wasn't a free agent. We traded for him.
Oh, okay.
7th round draft pick. 2026 7th round draft pick. Ooh, not even next year, baby. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure that the whole league was clamoring for him, and that's why. Sorry, I just
you know who Kalia Davis is, right?
No.
Oh, Kalia Davis is a problem up front.
All right.
And we got Malik Collins.
Just saying, our interior offensive line might be the worst in the NFL, so I wouldn't even worry about. I mean, you could put Joe Blow back there, and I think he's probably going to have a decent game. If I'm being completely honest.
If you have a better person out there than just another one of our rotation pieces, you're going to have an even worse day.
I hate to be an asshole. I don't even think it fucking matters. I don't think it matters.
Okay. We'll see how many times person's name's called.
I'm just being honest. I think it does not matter with the guard play that we've had and the center play that we've had.
I think you're going to see Gross Matos, though, his name called. So watch out.
Does he play interior defensive line?
No, he plays end.
Okay, maybe not. I really put anybody that's good, line them up on our guards and center.
Well, we also have, I can't remember his name. It starts with an O. He's number 91. It's Sam O.
DeForest Buckner.
No, but he's kind of like that. He's kind of thick. He can play on the edge. Like he plays defensive end on 1st and 2nd down, and then on 3rd down he moves into tackle. And for NASCAR. Floyd
package.
comes in. Yeah, for the NASCAR package. And he's nasty one-on-one with them guards sometimes because he's an edge guy and he knows he's got enough strength to kind of move them around. So he's
out
nasty.
for that guy's name being called 91. Look out for 91 this week on 3rd down.
Samo.
I'm sorry. The more I talk about our offensive line, the more I get pissed. What do you have going on this week? I guess. What are you do? Are you streaming the game? Are you watching?
I don't know. I might stream the game. I was thinking about it. I've been mulling it around. I'm probably going to stream the game though.
Well, maybe I'll talk to you. Maybe we can do a post game or something tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're streaming the game, maybe I'll hop on for post game.
I probably see if fucking Corona wants to come along too.
Oh, DC.
Yeah. See what John Jay is doing.
Han Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you got going on? You still doing shows with Ted?
No, Ted is, as far as I know, Ted is kind of stopped doing his 49er YouTube channel, and he is on his e-bike game like crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, he's totally gone full e-bike.
Sweet. Yeah, my Oh, riding an electric bike?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not just that, but like he's also losing weight, but he's also like he's got like a channel where he talks about putting together bikes and how you kind of source this stuff. He also got like a part-time job or something where I think he got like a part-time job so he can like make some money for his hobby and get store discount at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I got friends like that. I got a friend that works at the fly fishing shop in Issaquah. Or he did a while ago.
Yeah.
It was just basically to get free stuff. He
Pay for
never
his
really
addiction.
got paid. But he just kind of used his paycheck for in-store purchases.
Yeah, he paying for his addiction.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I think John Jones is about to start. I don't know if you're going to watch that. I'm not.
I'm not paying money for all that. No, I'm good.
No, I might stream it illegally. We'll see. I doubt I will. So
send me the link.
nah, I probably won't. I get sketched out, dude. I feel like people are going to come after me. My friend is like,
I'm going to ask Gronk.
all right. Well, everybody, have a good night. Let's root for our Hawks. I will see you tomorrow.
Go Niners. Fuck the Seahawks.